I had been depressed for 20 years probably, and that's probably a shock to people that know me. Just I hid it really well, but I always wanted to be one of those people that woke up happy and like, why can't I be one of those? It just kept getting worse and worse. And at the same time, I was also facing 2 disc protrusions in my L4, L5, and L5S1. So I had been going to the doctor a lot. They sent me to physical therapy. I was doing all the things, matter to matter, doing all the things. Nothing worked. I just kept thinking, like, what's going to save me, you know? And so you hear that saying, like, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Where's the teacher? Where's the teacher? Finally, Dr. Joe falls into my life. I started by watching Rewired on Gaia. I've probably watched it 10 times in the last year and a half. I got the books, I did all the things, and both of the depression and the back pain went away so quickly that I knew. And like my favorite line of his is when he says, "I'm speaking to the part of you that already knows this." Because the first time I watched Rewired, I knew that information, and I knew it was going to work because my soul was like, you already know this, you know this. So I just applied it. I started meditating every day. I watched the testimonials, I read the books. I've watched the Supernatural course from the Gaia Sphere, the 4-day one. I've watched that twice. I do the things because I know how powerful it is. I've never had a mystical experience, but I have had so many amazing results. Not just the canceling the surgery. I got to cancel my surgery. I no longer depressed. I manifested a motorhome by doing exactly what he says, where you write the M in the squiggly and you write out exactly like what you want. And I was super detailed because we had been looking and scrolling and going to dealerships and matter to matter. So I just gave it up. I made a mind movie when I didn't even know what a mind movie was. You know, you just hear about it. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I put a picture of the M and the squiggly in the mind movie. I put what I wanted. I got really specific, just like he says, and I gave it up in meditation. Some time went by. I picked up my phone one day. I'm like, I'm just going to check. Like the second motorhome I came to was like exactly. And so I showed it to my husband, and I got out my phone and I wrote down, I read him all the things that I had written, like Dr. Joe says, get specific, write exactly what you want. So I did that, and it worked beautifully. And so this motorhome was in New York State. I live in North Dakota, one of the most expensive places to fly from. Like the ticket here was $500, straight shot, like super expensive to fly out of there. So my husband was like, well, we'll drive 8 hours, drive 12 hours, and then I'll get on a plane and go there. I was able to find him a $95 plane ticket from airport, an hour and a half from our home, to the exact city he needed to go to. Like everything just kept getting better and better. And the last thing I had written on the list of this motorhome was, it feels like home. And he didn't say anything, but about a week after we got it home, he said to me, it really does feel like home. And I was like, yeah, I knew it. The other really important thing that happened to me was just a side effect in that I lost 30 pounds unintentionally, but I know I had been living in survival for probably my entire life. I was a fearful child, anxiety, all of that. And as soon as I learned how to live in creation instead of survival, weight just falls up, and I eat and drink the same or more that I ever have, and like the shape of my body has changed, and it's just fascinating to me. My life just changed so much. I mean, on the outside, to the people that know me, my life probably looks the exact same, but my life is different. I was a lifelong atheist until I learned the science of God. Like, fascinating. The heaviness that I've felt in my being lifted. Like, I just feel lighter on the inside as a person, and happy and free from pain and just ready to keep creating.